all the a'mal and religious deeds and rituals and customs, to do everything, but they kill people. They grab other innocent people's land. So we say it is not good akhlaq. And if they don't have good akhlaq, none of their religious deeds are going to be accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because akhlaq is the base. Morality is the base. Ethics are the base. So we always have to keep this in our mind. Otherwise, we are not going to. Yes, we can say, I want to go close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with my own understanding. Go and try it. Go and try it. Millions of people have tried it and they did not get any result. But there are few people in the history, the Urafa, in Islam, in Christianity, in Hinduism, in Judaism, those who fix their akhlaqi values, those who fix their ethical problems, and they become high in the akhlaq, at the end, Allah will offer them heaven. Because what they have done according to their akhlaq was good, and they tried their best. So if they have mistakes in their religion, if they have mistakes in their religion, Allah will say, you were always behind the perfection. If you would get haqq, you would go higher. Maybe they haven't been offered Islam. But they were behind updating themselves. Because of this potential, Allah will give them lots of chance. There's a lot of hadith in there's a book called in 2 volumes it's published. I just forgot the name right away. It was right on my tip. Anyways, so those people, they are always updating themselves. They are going to be assumed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If a haqq would be offered to them, they would definitely accept it. Or they would have accepted it. But somehow, because of some issues, they couldn't reach to the haqq. But those who were not updating themselves, they just still. And they just keep doing their amal. They're not uplifting themselves. They're not improving their attitude and character. They're kind of stuck. So if you offer them some good, they say, no. What I understand, it's good. Why don't want to do? Fathers and mothers. Beside teaching our kids ahkam and just making our kids reciting and memorizing Quran, we have to help them improve their akhlaq as well. When children learn this topic, how they are going to improve ethically their attitude, then they always be best in their following ahkam and all the religious deeds as well. But if you teach them, no, you read Quran Arabic good, and you're doing your wajibat, couple of things good, and then you are good. So what is going to happen on the spirit level? They're always going to go down and down and down. So their journey of spirit will stop. And that's the biggest harm we sometimes teach our children. As much as we care about their college, as much we care about their health, as much as we care about their dress, as much as we care about their everything, we have to care about their akhlaq as well, about their morality as well. There was a scholar in America. He visited once a city in Lebanon, and he went with the professor here for some research, and that town was all Christian people town. And they were living there, and after some weeks he asked, is there any Muslim family too? This professor said, yes, there's a one family lives here down the road. And all among Christian brothers, Christian families, there's only one Muslim family. He said, okay, let's go one day visit them. So one day, when he had free time, he went to see the family. We entered into the home. I said, okay, Assalamu alaikum, how are you doing? How come here everybody's like all non-Muslims and you're living this all alone by yourself among the Christians? He said, we are from this town. Our family, from old time, we belong to this road, this home, this town. This is our town. Doesn't matter Christian and Muslim, but we are native here basically. I'm not going to move anywhere because we live here. And then he just paid attention. This scholar, this Iranian scholar who was visiting this family, he just paid attention all the posters and pictures. There was like Assalamu alaikum Abdullah on the wall, and there's a pictures of Imam Khomeini and the scholars. He found out that he is Shia. He's a Shia family living all among the Christians. So he asked them one day, at the same day, he asked, how come you are only Muslim? He said, we become Muslim just because of Sayyid. We said, who? What Sayyid? Who is the Sayyid? What is the Sayyid's name? What Sayyid? Who Sayyid? Who is that Sayyid who make you Muslim? How come? He said, my father was a Christian, my mother was a Christian. And maybe let's say 60, 70, 80 years ago, he said there was a pandemic, there's a plague going on in this area. And people were dying, everybody after other people. People were dying like in a big amount. And he said, my father was about to die, and because he was badly sick, so the rest of the family decided to leave him because there was no cure and people was dying very quickly. And everybody just left the home and we just left, and I think mother, father left in home, or just even the mother had left the home saying that, okay, there's no doctor, there's no cure, and we're all going to die, so let sacrifice. And he said, husband said, okay, you take your kid, take the kids, and just leave the town and forget about me, what happens, see. And then this man was somehow friend of Sayyid. And that Sayyid is Sayyid Ayatollah al-Uzma Sayyid Sharafuddin al-Amidi, who has this book Al-Buraji'at. He sent a message to him because they were good friends. He said, is there any dua or anything? Because he has believed. So what Sharafuddin did, Sayyid Sharafuddin started visiting him every day. He used to sit on the donkey. He put his amama on his nose. He tied it up very strongly. And he started visiting him every day 2 times, morning and evening. And he used to bring herbal medicines and some food. And he did whole month. And then plague gone away, pandemic finished, and this man survived. When they survived, he asked from Sayyid, we know each other a long time, but I never asked you, what religion you have? He replied, my religion is religion of Fatima Zahra salamullah alayha. And this man was shocked. He never heard about this thing, like what is the religion of Fatima Zahra? He was smart. Sayyid, when he discussed about Fatima Zahra, so he introduced him everything to him. Through her, introduced Prophet Muhammad. Through her, introduced Ali ibn Abi Talib. Through her, introduced what Khulafa did to her. So he explained almost everything in one sentence, and then explained the ayah. In who is Fatima Zahra? Said there's an ayah in Quran from Fatima Zahra, وَيُطْعَمُونَ الطَّعَامَ عَلَى حُبِّهِ مِسْكِينًا وَيَتِيمًا وَأَسِيرًا, and explained the whole story for them, and finished the story. After this long time, this man started reading about Islam. What is Islam? What is Prophet Muhammad? He started reading Quran. What is the book of Fatima Zahra? The Quran, and then and after comparing Quran with the other old books, the Old Testament, New Testament, with this new Last Testament, he came to Sayyid Sharafuddin to his town after a month too, saying that I'm willing to become a Muslim. I want to follow your book because I compared this book with my book and I found this is more beneficial to me. How Sayyid Sharafuddin did this? This is the point here. How Sharafuddin, Sayyid Ayatollah, Sayyid Sharafuddin Musawi did this? With his akhlaq. The Quran says, if you save one man's life, it is just like you have saved a nation. And if you kill one man, it is like you have killed one nation. And Islam doesn't say this man has to be Muslim or Christian or Jew or Hindu or whatever. No, just one life. One life. If you save one life, it's just like you have saved one nation. But in general, we are taught to follow the path of just ahkam and ahkam and ahkam. Always remember that story. What is story? The story I mentioned the first day here, I guess. Imam Hassan al-Mujtaba was doing itikaf. A person came to him and said, O Imam, O son of Rasulullah, O son of Messenger, I owe some money to somebody, and he's asking his money from me, but I swear upon God, I don't have that money to return this money to him. So please, when you finish your itikaf, because itikaf, when you do itikaf for 3 days, for 7 days or 10 days, you just stay in mosque and you do your ibadat and worship, that's it. Imam said, let's go now. He said, no Imam, I don't want to ruin your ibadah, your worship. Finish your itikaf and then come and just talk to him and tell him and ask him some time for me. If he allows me some more time, I might get some money and I will return his money. But for now, I don't have money and he's trying to take me to the police, to the government, whatever. Imam said, no, let's go right now. Let's go right now. He insisted that, Imam, there's no need. I can wait for a couple of days. He said, no. Imam said, let's go now. Nobody knows tomorrow I'm alive or you're alive. We don't know. So let's go finish it tomorrow, right now. When Imam was moving with him, leaving his itikaf and moving with him to go and help him, Imam told him, helping one mu'min, this help is equal to 9,000 years of worship. एक मोमिन की मदद 9,000 साल इबादत के बराबर है. Helping out a one moment, just one moment. If you finish his problem, it is equal to 9,000 years. 9,000 years of ibadah. So if we quit this part, the husn khulq part, the good attitude part, and we just keep doing amal and amal and amal and amal and wajibat and amal and mustahabbat, more mustahabbat and mustahabbat, more mustahabbat. Let me ask you a question. What should we do? What should we do that Imam Sahib al-Asr wa Zaman would love us or like our life? What we have offered to him? What we have offered to him? If that is the statement of Imam Hassan alayhi salatu salam, helping out one mu'min is equal to 9,000 years of ibadah. 9,000 years. Always keep this in your mind. And then Imam, how we can please Imam? If we ask from Imam, oh Imam, what you want from us? What should I do to make you happy? To make you agree with me? Because most of the time, it's very unfortunate. We have a long list in our pocket. If I see Imam Zaman, I'm very smart. I'm going to take out just my paper. Oh Imam, I have long list. Please do this for me, do this for me. That's how we are. We always have something ready in our pocket. SC or DC Imam. Oh Imam, you're here? Okay, please, this is my list. Let's have it. We never ask from Imam. Ya Sahib al-Zaman. Oh Sana Fatima Zahra. Oh Sanaf Rasulullah. Oh Sanaf Amir al-Mu'mineen. What you want from me? What should I do to please you? What should I do to make you agree with me? What should I do to make you happy with me? What should I do? What's my job? If you ask this question, what do you think? What Imam is going to ask you? Answer me, please. Go ahead. Unmute yourself. Go ahead.
Abstaining from sins.
So standing from sins. One salafat for Abrar Bhai. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. What else? What else? Very good. Helping in the community. Those who need, number one, and those who are good people. So you're going to be friend always with good people, not bad people. But when bad people need you, you're going to help them. What else Imam is going to tell us? What Imam is going to tell us? One sentence. Imam Zaman is going to reply us what Imam Sadiq replied to us already. Imam said, Kunu lana zaynan wala takunu alayna shayna. Simple. Be beauty for us. Kunu lana zaynan. Hamare liye khubi aur husn bano. Be the beauty for us. Wala takunu alayna shayna. Don't be shame upon us. Do what you want to do. But before you do, just think, my brother, my sister, my children, my daughter, my son, please think. Think what we are doing, how we are doing. When we do something, do we really represent Ahlul Bayt? Or no, in the dress of Ahlul Bayt, we represent Bani Umayyah. We represent Bani Abbas. Who we are representing? Do we really represent Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu salam? And this is a big question. This is not a small question. This is a really big question. Kunu lana zaynan wala takunu alayna shayna. A person came to Rasulullah, or maybe Imam Jafar Sadiq. He said, oh Imam, I live far away. Imam asked him, where do you live? He said, where I live, that's the area of all non-Muslims. And I love to invite them towards Islam. I love them. I love to invite them towards Islam. What is your suggestion? He was not a scholar simply. Imam said, yes, you can invite them towards Islam without using your tongue. He said, Imam, how is it possible? If I'm going to invite them towards Islam, then I have to discuss with them, I have to debate with them, I have to talk with them. I said, no. I said, without using your tongues. How is it possible? Imam told him, use your actions. Very simple. That's it, full stop. Use your actions to invite others towards Ahlul Bayt, towards Quran. My brother, my sister, my children. We have to think every day. We have to think every day. If black people, white people, Chinese, Japanese, Hispanic, all other nations, when they see our deeds, our amal, our actions, our way of wearing dress, the way we laugh, the way we talk, the way we deal with people, the way we get salams, the way we welcome people, the way we show off to others, the way of our appearance, do they realize Ahlul Bayt or not? If they are better than us in akhlaq, we are the losers. Full stop, no comment. If they are better than us in akhlaq, in ethics, in morality, then we are losers. We never represented Prophet Muhammad. We never understood Quran. We never could establish a good relationship with Sahib al-Zaman alayhi salatu wasalam. But if our action shows, when they see us, they see Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam. Someone asked from Imam Jafar Sadiq, oh Imam, how we have to be? What is our duty? Imam Sadiq pointed out with his finger. He said, when people look at you and point you out like this, saying that, look at him. He is the follower of Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam. Not in Makkah, not in Medina. When people look at you saying like that, look at him. Where? In New York, in Connecticut, in Virginia, in Chicago, in Spain, in France, in Kenya, in Tanzania, in Africa, in Australia, all other countries. When people point you out with finger, look at him. He's the best man and she's the best lady of the town. Best man and best lady. When people point you out with the fingers, Imam Sadiq said, then you are a Shia. Then we agreed upon you. Then we're going to agree with you. Then we love you. Then you love us. So we have to think, akhlaq is the base. Husn khulq is the base. Husn khulq is not what you understand. When you match yourself with the akhlaq of Prophet, when you match yourself with the akhlaq of Fatima Zahra, when you match yourself, otherwise there's no benefit. We have to improve ourselves. A part of this thing is by nature, and the rest is part of tarbiyah. We have to learn it. We have to raise ourselves. We have to tarbiyat ourselves. We have to teach. We have to learn. We have to learn from somewhere. And this is the base thing. This is the very base thing. Imam Hussain salamullah alayhi was Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Imam Hussain salam, he always felt with Abul Fazl Abbas that he is always the strongest man, because there's a big support from his brother Abul Fazl Abbas. What Imam Hussain did and what Imam Ali did for Janab Abbas. Imam Ali told to his brother, I want to marry with a lady who belong a brave family. So find me a wife from a brave family, from a brave tribe. And that's why Imam Ali married with Banin. Because in her tribe, all the men, they were warriors. They were very strong men and very nice, humble men in that tribe. They were very famous, the tribe of Abul Fazl, the mothers of Abul Fazl Abbas. Imam married from that qabila, from that tribe, with Janabe Banin. Why? Because she was from a strong family. Imam had a plan. I need a son who is going to support my other son, who is the Imam of the time. I need in future Abul Fazl Abbas. And Imam trained Janab Abbas in that way. In the last night of Amir al-Mu'mineen, when he was about to become Shaheed, at the very last couple of hours, he invited all the children. All the children. He said, oh Hassan, gather all the children of Fatima Zahra Imam Hassan bring all the children of Fatima Zahra to talk, and then all of a sudden Amir al-Mu'minin said, I don't see Abbas here. Imam Hassan said, Baba, you said all the children of Fatima Zahra, Abbas is out. He said, no, Abbas is also children of Fatima Zahra, bring him in. That's how Janab Abbas is. And then Imam did wasiyah, O Abbas. Imam Hussein opened his hand, and Imam Ali put Janab Abbas' hand into the hand of Sayyid al-Shuhada Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, saying that, Ya Abbas, you are going to be supportive and protective for your brother. Abbas, تمہیں ہمیشہ اپنے بھائی حسین کی مدد کرنی ہوگی. عباس کو اے حسین میں تمہارے حوالے کرتا ہوں. بچپن سے مولا کائنات نے مولا عباس کو امام حسین کے ساتھ میں رکھا تھا. یہ دونوں بھائی سائے کی طرح ہمیشہ ساتھ ہوتے تھے. مولا کائنات کو اس بات کا خیال تھا، اور جناب عباس نے اپنی پوری حیات میں اس وعدے کے ساتھ وفا کیا ہے. جناب عباس نے ہمیشہ سائے کی طرح سے مولا امام حسین کا ساتھ دیا ہے. نہ فقط مولا امام حسین کا، مولا امام حسن کا بھی ساتھ دیا. جناب زہرا کے لیے بھی انہوں نے ہمیشہ جناب زہرا کو جناب عباس شہزادی کہہ کے بلایا کرتے تھے. اس قدر احترام کرتے تھے مولا عباس خاندان رسول فرزندان فاطمہ زہرا کا. جناب فاطمہ کو شہزادی کہہ کے بلاتے تھے، جناب زینب کو شہزادی کہہ کے بلاتے تھے. حسنین کو ہمیشہ مولا و آقا کہہ کے بلایا کرتے تھے مولا عباس. اس قدر ان کو محبت تھی. کربلا کے دن جب امام حسین نے دستور دیا کہ عباس تمہیں بچوں کے لیے کچھ پانی کا انتظام کرنا ہے، مولا عباس کی وفا یوں ہی تاریخ میں نہیں معروف ہے. مولا عباس کی وفا، اس وفا کی ایک پیچھے ایک داستان ہے، ایک اعتقاد ہے، ایک عقیدہ ہے، ایک تاریخ ہے، ایک عرفان ہے. مولا عباس جب پانی کنارے پہنچتے ہیں، مشکیزہ جب بھر لیتے ہیں پانی سے، چلوں میں پانی اٹھاتے ہیں، ہونٹ کے نزدیک تک لاتے ہیں اور لا کے رک جاتے ہیں. جب اپنا چہرہ پانی کے اندر دیکھتے ہیں، کہتے ہیں عباس تم پانی پینے جا رہے ہو؟ حسین ابھی تنہا پیاسے ہیں. نہ حسین تنہا پیاسے ہیں، گھر کے قیام کے بچے بھی پیاسے ہیں. عباس پانی زمین پہ گرا دیتے ہیں. پانی کے اوپر عباس لب نہیں لگاتے. اسی اسنا میں جب عباس حدیث نفس کر رہے ہوتے ہیں پانی کے ساتھ میں، دشمن چاروں طرف سے گھیر لیتا ہے عباس کو. تیروں کی برسات ہوتی ہے. مولا عباس کے بدن پر چاروں طرف تیر لگے ہوتے ہیں. اس حال میں عباس اٹھتے ہیں، مشق اٹھاتے ہیں، خیام کی طرف چلنا چاہتے ہیں. ایک بازو پہ حملہ ہوتا ہے، بازو قلم ہوتا ہے. دوسرے بازو پہ حملہ ہوتا ہے، دوسرا بازو قلم ہوتا ہے. عباس بڑی مشکلوں سے گھوڑے پر بیٹھے ہوئے ہیں، پانی کو لے کے آگے بڑھنا چاہتے ہیں. ایک برچھی آ کے ماتھے پہ لگتی ہے. بعض مورخین لکھتے ہیں کہ ایک برچھی آ کے گلے پہ لگتی ہے. عباس سے سنبھلا نہیں جاتا. عزیزوں، جتنے بھی شہید کربلا کے میدان میں زمین پر گرے، سب نے پہلے اپنے ہاتھ زمین پر ٹیکے ہوں گے. تصور کریں کس طرح مولا عباس گھوڑے سے نیچے گرے ہوں گے. معروف ہے کہ جب جناب عباس گھوڑے سے گرتے ہیں تو ان کے پاس بازو نہ تھے، لیکن زبان سے کہا ہوگا یا علی مدد. عباس زمین پر آتے ہیں، زمین پر گرتے ہیں. یا علی مدد کہنے کے بعد، زمین پہ گرنے کے بعد آواز دیتے ہیں بھائی کو، یا اخا ادرک اخا، اے بھیا حسین آ کے اپنے بھائی کو دیکھو. امام حسین کی گویا کمر ٹوٹ جاتی ہے. دوڑتے ہیں مقتل کی طرف، آتے ہیں بھائی کے سرہانے. بڑی عجیب تاریخ ہے یہ، بڑی عجیب محبت کی تاریخ ہے. امام حسین جناب عباس کے سر کو اپنے بازو میں سنبھالتے ہیں. بھائی سے کہتے ہیں بھیا تمہاری کوئی خواہش تو؟ بعض مورخین لکھتے ہیں کہ مولا عباس نے خواہش کی، بھیا میری آنکھوں کے اوپر خون جمع ہو چکا ہے، دنیا سے جانے سے پہلے آپ کی زیارت کرنا چاہتا ہوں. امام حسین نے اپنے ہاتھوں سے بھائی کی آنکھوں سے خون صاف کیا. مولا عباس نے امام حسین کو دیکھا ہے، خوشی سے کہتے ہیں بھیا میں دنیا سے جاتا ہوں. دنیا سے رخصت ہو جاتے ہیں عباس. مولا امام حسین اپنے آپ کو عباس کے اوپر گرا دیتے ہیں. اے بھیا تمہارے جانے کے بعد دنیا حسین پر فنا ہو گئی. آج کے بعد حسین کی کمر ٹوٹ گئی. انا للہ و انا الیہ راجعون. رضن بقضائہ تسلیما لامرہ. پروردگار تجھے واسطہ محمد و آل محمد کے ہماری اس مختصر سی عزا کو قبول فرما. پروردگار تجھے واسطہ محمد و آل محمد کا جو مشکلات میں ان کی مشکلات کو برطرف فرما. بار اللہ تجھے واسطہ محمد و آل محمد کو جو مریض ہیں انہیں شفا عنایت فرما. پروردگار تجھے واسطہ محمد و آل محمد کے ہم سب کو عاقبت بخیر بنا. بار اللہ تجھے واسطہ محمد و آل محمد کا ہمارے امام کا ظہور جلد از جلد ہو اور ہم سب ان کے بہترین اعوان و انصار میں شمار ہوں. وآخر دعوانا ان الحمد للہ رب العالمین. ماتم حسین.